Now that you have learned to read some words, you are ready to put words together to form sentences. In this lesson, we will learn about sentences, punctuation, and intonation. This will help you better understand the sentences you read. You will also be able to read them aloud with more confidence. Let's get started. Now that you have learned to read some words, you are ready to put words together to form sentences. When we speak and write in English, we usually group words together in sentences. Look at this group of words. Is in the bag. This is a phrase. A phrase is a group of connected words, but it doesn't tell a complete thought. This phrase doesn't tell what is in the bag. Now look at this group of words. The book is in the bag. This is a sentence. A sentence is a group of words that state a complete idea. Sentences are like short stories. They have something to tell. Do you see how a sentence and a phrase are different? A sentence is a complete thought. A phrase is not a complete thought. It is missing something. Sentences are usually divided into two parts, the subject and the predicate. The subject usually tells who or what is doing something, and the predicate tells what is done. To make a sentence, it is necessary to have both a subject and a predicate. Let's look at some other sentences. Tim is on the mat. Tim is the subject, and is on the mat is the predicate. Here's another sentence. Meg and I let him in. Meg and I is the subject, and let him in is the predicate. Now look at, he has a bag of chips. Can you find the subject? It's he, and the predicate is, has a bag of chips. Here is, the girls ran to the store. Find the subject. It's the girls. Can you see the predicate? It's ran to the store. Remember, a sentence has both a subject and a predicate. Notice that the first word in the sentence begins with an uppercase or capital letter. Also notice that each sentence ends with a mark. We call this mark a period. Most sentences end with a period, but sometimes a sentence ends with another mark. We call all these types of marks a punctuation mark. A punctuation mark shows us when a sentence ends. It also tells us how to read the sentence and when to breathe if we are reading the sentence aloud. Here are 3 punctuation marks: a period, an exclamation point, and a question mark. A period is used at the end of most sentences. It is used to show that a sentence is a statement. For example, this is a statement. He is my friend. We use a period at the end of this sentence because it is a statement. An exclamation point can be used to show that a sentence shows excitement or another strong feeling. For example, in the sentence, you are here, we can use an exclamation point to show surprise. You are here. A question mark shows when a sentence is a question. For example, the sentence, what is in the bag, ends with a question mark because this sentence asks a question. When we read sentences, our voice can change. Sometimes our voice is high, and sometimes it is low. This is called intonation. Punctuation can help us know what intonation to use when we read a sentence aloud. For example, we learn to put a question mark at the end of a sentence that asks a question, such as this one. What is in the bag? This question ends in falling intonation, meaning that our voice should go down or be low at the end of the sentence. What is in the bag? What is in the bag? Our voice should go down. Questions that begin with who, what, when, where, why, which, and how called WH questions, usually end with falling intonation. Here are some other examples. Why are you here? When will she come? Where can I put the book? They all end in falling intonation. Click on any question to hear it read again. Click the next button to move on. What is in the bag? Why are you here? When will she come? Where can I put the book? Sentences that end in a period also end with falling intonation. Here are some examples. The box is for you. That was nice. He and I are on the mat. Click on any of these sentences to hear it read again. Click the next button to move on. The box is for you. That was nice. He and I are on the mat. Some questions end in rising intonation. This means that our voice should go up or be high at the end of the sentence. For example, is he at the door? Listen as the voice goes up at the end of the sentence. Is he at the door? Listen to the difference between rising and falling intonation in these questions. Is he at the door? Who is at the door? Is he at the door? Who is at the door? WH questions usually end in falling intonation. Questions that can be answered with yes or no usually end with rising intonation. We call these questions yes-no questions. Here are some other yes-no questions. Will she be at the party? Are you coming to the park? Did you put it in the bag? Sometimes WH questions end with rising intonation when the speaker asks for clarification. And sometimes statements also end with rising intonation when the speaker has doubt. Listen to these examples. What did you say? When will we go? He is here? She put it in the bag? Understanding punctuation marks helps us identify sentences and read them aloud with correct intonation. These activities will help you improve your understanding of sentence punctuation and intonation. You can do as many of these activities as you want, but to complete this lesson, you need to complete at least one. For each sentence, decide whether it ends in rising or falling intonation. Then click on either the rising or falling symbol. For each sentence, decide whether it ends in rising or falling intonation. Then click on either the rising or falling symbol. What did he say to you? Good try, but this is the right answer. Who is with you? Good. You cannot come? Nice job. What is that? Very good. Do you want to come in? Good try, but this is the correct answer. How was it made? How was it made? Good job. Who has my book? Right. Why are you here? Why are you here? Right. When will she go? No, this is the correct answer. Can you put it on the table? Can you put it on the table? This is the correct answer. You have completed all the required activities. Select this activity to sort sentences according to their punctuation marks. In this activity, you will hear a sentence. Decide whether the sentence should end with a period, exclamation point, or a question mark. Drag the words to complete the sentence. I can ask him. Nicely done. I lost the book. Great! You are here already. Nicely done. Why are you here? Very good. That is my box. Nicely done. Is that your bag? Well done. Do you have my bag? Good job. I put it in the bag. Nice job. Stop at the door. Nicely done. It is Tim. Nicely done. Great work! You completed this lesson. You are ready to move on. Remember, most sentences end with a period. Exclamation points are used to show strong emotion, and question marks show when a sentence is a question. These marks can help us know when we should use rising or falling intonation at the end of sentences. Let's move on.